Everybody, welcome to my little corner where there is no wrong way to play with paper. I hope you're having a great day. We are doing 30 days of sketches, day 26 with Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life. Everything that you need in order to watch all the other content creators that are also doing YouTube videos with today's sketch. And the Facebook group is in the description. We're just going to get into it. So today's sketch, specifically done for Series 13, was made by T.I. I'm not sure how to, Kahiki, I think is that how it says the name. Lovely sketch, very universal. Sorry if I said your name wrong. Thank you so much for sharing your talent with all of us. And let's just have some fun. I'm using my Mintay papers again. This is from Country Fair collection. I'm doing another layout of the garden. I know, but my garden's just so much better this year and I'm just so excited about it. So my title is going to be, I know I put it in here, it's going to be Harvest, wherever it misappeared to. Harvest, just like that. I think it's going to go there. Now, remember, a sketch is just a place for you to start. It doesn't mean that's where you have to do it. It's just a place to start. Now, she has her title down here, but I want mine up here. This is of my tomato plants. I have raised beds. I've talked about this before, but I always get lots of questions. So I do have raised beds. I always plant basil and onions with my tomatoes because it keeps all of the bugs away and then my tomatoes do better. So I try my best to do companion planting where you plant things that help keep pests and bugs away, but grow well and don't affect the taste of your tomatoes because they will. So like basil goes really good, onions, garlic, anything you would make a pasta sauce with, right? Peppers, but peppers really don't. You have to plant onions and stuff with peppers anyway because they don't really warrant off bugs. I will tell you, I have basil coming out my ears. I have dried it. I have done everything I know to do. I have given it away. I think my neighbors are tired of basil, but that's okay, right? I'll have basil for the rest of my life because this plant now in this photo wasn't that big. It got this like up to here. And every time you chop it off, it just keeps regrowing. Like you cannot kill it, but it's very strong in odor, but it very much keeps away the bugs. So I love it. And I use it. I cut it fresh and do slices of mozzarella and tomato with basil leaves, you know, but I can't use that much. I just can't. So in here, I have all my tomatoes from this day, one of the harvests. You guys, if you're on my Facebook group, you know. You guys, I just went out and pulled my pepper plants, except for like 2 because it's starting to get colder and they don't do what they like the heat. And I literally, my sink is just, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to chop them up and freeze them. Yeah. My husband, ever since COVID, bell peppers taste like metal to him. So I don't know. He said it's getting a little better. I'm just frustrated because we used to eat so many bell peppers. I love stuffed bell peppers and all that. But, you know, I can chop them up, freeze them, put them in stir fries. I'll figure it out. I don't know. So I'm not going to get it away. I grew them, right? I do give some to my neighbors, but you know, the whole point is that I don't have to buy them later. All right, so now I've got some ephemera. I'm not sure who this was made by over on Ginger's Corner. I don't see a name on it, but I have that. And then I did a lot of fussy cutting in the Mintay line. There's always on the back of, let me see if I can find it. Yep. On the back of, usually I call it the cover sheet, the collection sheet, there's always cut apart. So I have that as well. I do have some 49 and Market leaves. I kind of like the orange. And we're just going to play. We're going to see what happens. I have this little cart here. And I'm thinking of maybe putting that there. But in order to do that, I'm going to have to take an X-Acto knife and maybe cut the... I'm okay with this here, like the wagon wheel, but I kind of want to cut this out because I'm thinking maybe what I will do is possibly have vegetables coming out of here. Maybe put some flowers. I don't know. Let's see. Let me try it before I go because it's not easy to sit here with an X-Acto knife. Not for me anyway. Maybe all of you. And I will ink all of my ephemera because it hides any blemishes. What I am thinking though is I have a carrot, right? Maybe I could stick that there. It's kind of oversized, isn't it? Definitely the tomatoes, because this is all about the tomatoes. I'm not really sure. Well, maybe I should just put it on the ground. No, I don't want it on the ground. I want it here. Again, definitely the tomatoes. Maybe I could put the radishes up there because this is all about my tomato plant. Got so many tomatoes. I was so excited. I do have these fence as well. You know, at this point, I'm just doing some trial and error and doing what I like. So this was made for a swap that someone sent. And I love this fence. Isn't this fence just awesome? So I'm thinking maybe the cart can go over the fence. Trying to do 7 things at once here. Not 1 or 2, 7. Maybe, no, I don't really want that. I could, maybe up here, the bucket. I like using, in my garden, I have a lot of vintage metal planters, and I use them to plant flowers in, to attract the bees, and I just love that vintage stuff. I could use this, I don't know. Because she has circle elements, that's why I pulled this in, and I think it goes well. How could we do this? I mean, I've done lots of layouts of this year's harvest, so I'm okay with covering up some of it. Maybe I need to tuck it. I think I like that more. I was thinking of using it as a journal block, but I do like it. Okay, so what if I were to leave the cart here? I could still cut the middle out. Okay, the cart needs to be level like that. And with the flowers in the background, I could do a carrot. I don't know. I have to play with this a little bit. Could use these as some of the elements, you know, the circle element, kind of like that. Okay, I have these 2 as well. Just gonna keep on playing with it till I'm happy with it. Oh, cool. Some really thick stars. Those are neat. I like those. I don't know that I'm gonna use them on this layout, but definitely neat. You guys, the swaps are amazing. Have you noticed how many of the embellishments I have used from the swaps lately? Like, they just make my life easy. I love them. I could even put an element back here. Okay, there. Now, I think she did hers different, didn't she? Yeah, she did kind of like up here, here, and then here. Mine's a little bit different, but that's all right. Just meant to inspire, right? I'm even okay with covering up that flower and going like so. I want these tomatoes on here. I've got to get the tomatoes on there, y'all. Maybe I could do a chicken. Okay, I like the chicken. And I'm gonna have chickens, just saying. It's happening, y'all. It's gonna happen. I could also, I think I'm gonna save that. I don't think I'm gonna do that. I do have a little boot. I just kind of pulled out some things that I liked. Let's see here. I love the basil. I mean, I have other photos. No, I'm gonna save this. Okay, so I have a layout that I need to do. I have photos of the process of drying basil and putting it in a jar for dry spices. So I think I'm going to save that. I do. Gosh, I almost want to cut this across here, take this part off, right? Just fussy cut, and put that right in there. Wouldn't that look good? Should I? Why not? I mean, it's a bag, but I think I'm going to. Okay, the struggle's real. Let's just do it. And then I won't think about it no more. I gotta do it, right? So just fussy cut around these little bits here. Some carrots and a tomato. Yep, that's what's happening. Okay, so I have that, and look, I could set that, glue that right on there. Nobody will know that it's not supposed to be there but me, unless y'all tell them, and I'm not telling them. Then I have this, not easy, but worth it. I love that. I don't know. Thinking over here. But I was thinking I'd write the year here. I mean, I have to straighten all this out. It is not straight by any means. course, y'all should be used to that by now. Half the stuff I do doesn't end up straight. Okay, so I have peppers, which I'm fine with there being a bell pepper because there is peppers here with my tomatoes. I just kind of like all these elements. I'm thinking this needs to go up on foam right there. This needs to go there. Put that, maybe just tuck a bell pepper behind it just to give it some dimension. And as much as I want to use these, I don't think I'm going to use these elements. And that's okay. That's totally okay. Not going to use these. I know I don't want that on there. Let's take everything off of there. I am loving this right now. I didn't think I was going to, but I really, really do. Sometimes I just have to talk my own self through it. Shocking. I know y'all are shocked. Okay, so if I go like that, that gives me the circle and scallop. I love those bits in that embellishment. I think that's what I'm going to do. And then just a little bit here. I could just put the year here, right? And I could actually journal right across the top. I mean, I think that would look good. Or I wonder if I couldn't do a strip journal, if I could write enough, I could write enough that I could just write here. Talk about sister planting. I still kind of want this sentiment though. What if I were to stick it right here? Oh, that would work. Yay! Things that make me happy. Today is going to be awesome. Amen to that. I think, you guys, I think that's all of it. I don't think I want this, so I'll put that over there. Okay. Yep. I'm gonna go with that. I don't know if I'm gonna put enamel dots or not, but I am gonna go glue it down. And we will talk about whatever I do different when I get back. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Hang on. All right, everybody, I did everything I said I was gonna do, and then some. And my desk is still a mess because I'm trying to hurry. I'll have to clean it later, which is not my norm. I usually have it all cleaned up before we come back. Okay, so I did take my X-Acto knife even to the wagon wheel. It just didn't look right. I will tell you, now I'll put close-ups at the end. I ink. That's how I did not get exact in here. And there were little white bits. Just take your ink and ink. Honestly, I just set it down on a scrappy piece of, not this one, a scrappy piece of paper. And I just ran my ink over the whole wheel and it just makes it all disappear. You do not have to be perfect. Oh, Jason's all done with his chores. So I did do that. I also added this wagon. I moved my little chicken. I added some garlic and I fussy cut a little more elements, inked everything. When I did this, I glued the beets back here and then I cut them apart, right? Cut the stem off and I glued that. And then I glued them on this can and then I layered that on top of it. So it's just layers. So it looks like it's coming out from inside of there, but it's not. Oh, and I laid this. See how there's little white bits here? Let me show you. So I was going to show you. See, look, I forgot already. See how there's little white bits where I fussy cut it. All right. So then I'll just take this and gingerly, and I do mean gingerly, go like that. Now, when you do it on a scrap piece of paper, see the difference? You can't even tell there's any white bits. So I just wanted to share. Oh my gosh. I know I ink all the time and throw stuff around. But that's why, because then I don't have to be perfect in my fussy cutting because I'm not. And with that, you guys, thanks for hanging out with me. I'm going to do my journaling right here if I can, and maybe across here. I'm not really sure. I'll have to do that when I come back and clean up. I gotta go. We're going to some trade days in the neighboring little town. It's about 15 minutes away. And so the kids are really excited. So I promised them we would go. So I'm trying to hurry. Guys, be blessed. Thanks for hanging out with me. Check everyone else. Watch that playlist. You'll see everyone doing the same sketch. Thank you so much to Ty for the sketch and inspiring me. Thank you to Christy. See y'all tomorrow. Bye.